So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is other Ryan here.
And today we once again have another interesting theory for you all. Now, this one is actually really unique, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And it comes from a subscriber, I believe.
Yeah, and her name is Rose Uchiha, and she actually pondered why the office is not also a safe room. And, you know, it's one of those things that you never really think about, and then once someone points it out to you, you're thinking, why on earth isn't this a safe room? That's probably one of the best points someone could have made ever.
Exactly, yeah. There's got to be a reason behind it, but as of now, it seems like a huge flaw within Five Nights at Freddy's.
I was going to say, with the establishments and just the safety of the night guards as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
One thing I just want to cover straight away, guys, is that this is just a theory video. I know a lot of you guys have already been saying that this would break the mechanics, but we're talking from the point of almost like the night guard's safety. We understand this is a key game mechanic, but we just want to theorize why this isn't a safe room, because regardless, these dangerous animatronics walking around this establishment, it would make sense for it to just be a safe room.
Yeah, especially, you know, the animatronics don't necessarily need to enter the office, so
that's it, yeah. I mean, they could have been programmed to ignore it, a lot like with the other establishments. There's always a safe room, and in the animatronics coding or in their programming design, it says that the safe room is actually negated, so they can't actually see it at all.
Yes.
So, yeah, why don't they do this to the office? I think that's the most poignant question that we're asking.
In Five Nights at Freddy's 3, the original phone guy actually mentions that the safe room isn't a break room, which leads me to believe that maybe there's something not quite right with the safe room that probably isn't safe to humans to be in for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, well, the branded term safe room, you'd think you could stay in there for as long as possible and just remain safe. I mean, the key word is right there, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
But, you know, why he's telling all the employees to not actually use it as like a kind of a relaxing and a chilled area is just bizarre.
Yeah, I know, it's really strange, but I was thinking back to Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Before Five Nights at Freddy's 2 came out, there was a game mechanic called Toxic. There was a toxic meter. I think it was in the top left-hand corner or something.
Yeah, and it had a little small guy next to it, I think. Or it might have just been the toxic text, and the guy might have been a separate system altogether.
Yeah, I mean, so that alone suggests that maybe the establishment in its entirety just isn't safe at all if there was a toxic meter originally involved.
I mean, it makes you think, what would this toxic meter be used to kind of drive?
So I mean, like in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, obviously the ventilation, if you don't let the air keep flowing, basically you're going to suffer with these hallucinations. So maybe that was his original idea, because obviously there's two vents either side. So
yeah, I see. So it almost makes you think that maybe because the puppet's this paranormal entity, maybe the toxic meter rather than the music box would have drove the marionette, or should I say the puppet, to perform all the acts and actually jump scare you as like a hallucination.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
It kind of makes sense, the mechanics both ways, but you can kind of also understand why Scott chose to implement the whole wind up the music box mechanic, because it keeps you from just sitting in the office. You always have to go back to that camera and make sure that music box is well wind up. Yeah. But it does make you think also, the safe room, what if this room been affected by some kind of toxic, or would it have been almost negated a lot like the animatronics? Yeah, see, I think obviously they were programmed to forget this room, but what if there's something in this room that makes the animatronics not see it, if you know what I mean? Almost like maybe a gas or an electronic frequency that may be harmful to the human body or something like that. Yeah, so almost like you may have even been able to have like released a toxic maybe into the office if an animatronic comes in it, sort of thing. Yeah, to kind of disregard them and get them out of the office rather than the Freddy head, for example. Yeah. So it could have been a whole host of things, but just a safe room, maybe that would have been a safe zone for maybe when it was the daytime and the guys were working. Maybe if they had to release this gas or toxic, as the game brands it, into the establishment, maybe the safe room would have been a place where they could have congregated to stay away from the animatronics, maybe. See, this leads me on to believe that, you know, does this establishment even care about the safety of its employees? I mean, you know, from the very first game, we're aware that they don't care about the night guards. No, they don't. He says something about 90 days when they clean up all the carpets, and pretty much they cover up anything that would deny a murder. So pretty much once they've ensured their backs and they're not going to get in trouble for your death, then they'll tell the authorities. Exactly, yeah. And in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, when he's saying about the new suit, he's saying, please don't bleed in front of the customers, go die elsewhere. In essence, yeah, and it just makes you think, they really don't care about their staff who work here, do they? Yeah, see, I was thinking, you know, there's victims of children, but I'm thinking, how many victims of night guards are there? There's probably a lot more, in honesty. Body count, it'd be a lot, wouldn't it? Yeah. Definitely, yeah. Also, another point on the night guard's safety is the fact that the toy animatronics are linked in with a criminal database. Yeah. And obviously, through a night, these malfunction or someone tampers with them so that they see every single adult as a criminal. Yeah, that story's told throughout the various nights, isn't it? Where they start to focus on the adults a little bit more, and the children are fine, but it's always the adults they seem to fixate their eyes on, that sort of thing, wasn't it? That once again, I mean, if there was any danger to any employees, surely they'd fix it straight away rather than just leave it, it'll be fine.
don't worry about it.
And it's Night 7 that kind of has a bit of an answer to this one, doesn't it?
Yeah, because obviously this is where Fritz Smith comes into play.
Yeah, the third guy who we don't really know a whole lot about. We only play as him for one night.
Yeah, there's no phone call or anything introducing you. You literally, it's like, are you allowed to even be in there? You get fired at the end of the night for tampering with the animatronics and odor. So what if maybe he was tampering with the criminal database system to make the night safer for him?
Just bring it so it's a bit safer and he doesn't have to worry so much about these animatronics potentially killing him. And
exactly, yeah.
Oh, well, it just makes you think, like, if they did fire him for that reason, for making the environment safer, then are these guys hell-bent on death?
Yeah.
It's like, it just makes you think, wow, these guys are insane.
Yeah, definitely. It's not, this place is not fit for anyone, I don't think.
They say it's for children. I don't even think it's for adults, really.
Yeah, definitely.
So there we have it then, guys. There's another interesting topic for you all to have a think about. Be sure to comment your own ideas down below because we'd love to read what you guys think the safe room represents and also some of the other mechanics within the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. Be sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, and hey, if you're new around here, why not subscribe for more theories and also gaming content? So thank you very much for watching the video, guys, and we'll of course see you on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?